I believe we shall start. So let me share my slides. Today's session is very light in terms of, instead of a subject knowledge, I will say that this is more a career orientation. So if you wanted to, make some notes that what I can do in my career, what are my options, so it's not like once your course is complete, then only will start looking for the jobs. Instead, keep on looking right now so that you can work on yourself. Let me share my screen with you all. And during the class, in case you lose my voice or the slides are not visible, just voice it, because when I am sharing my screen, I'm not able to read messages. I'm not able to read messages, so you have to help me, right? So are you able to see the screen? I will put it on a slideshow.
Yeah.
Anyone? Visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. So let's start. This is, I am going to introduce you both the things, clinical research as well as medical writing. So if you wanted to understand that clinical research is a wider term, bigger term, under that you see this are clinical operation. I will show you on a whiteboard also, just giving you an idea. Then medical writing. So medical writing is one of the function under clinical research. Then your PV, then your data management and regulatory affairs, though all fall under clinical research. So if you are confused, like which area I should be choosing, so go with clinical research. Slowly during your experience, you will learn to know, or you may be able to figure it out what I need to do. Like I started with clinical research, then I started my career, I started with the clinical research, then I moved to medical writing, then under medical writing there is a niche transparency, so I moved to that. So like that you can figure it out. So why I'm telling you in advance, because many instances students are not clear. So choose the wider field, then slowly you can narrow it down, right? We can discuss questions also at the end. So what is clinical research? That's, it is also a question when you go for any simpler interview, they ask you this. So this is when you wanted to discover medicines, devices, even a diagnostic products, or any treatment that you wanted to use for a human. So the word clinical means human. So whenever we wanted to discover new drug, devices, diagnostic product, treatment regimes for a human use, that is known as a clinical research. Now we have to see that is it safe and is it working. So these are the two things we do under the research. But finding these things safe and working is not that easy. A lot of effort goes in. So clinical research is research performed on human, very simple, designed to answer specific questions related to human disease, diagnostic, prevention, outcome, and treatment. Although this seems complex, but it is not. Suppose when you are giving some drug to any person, you need to see, is it performing the action? That's very fundamental. Second, it's not causing any harm. So what are the goals of clinical research? It tests new therapies and drugs. Why I'm telling you this information also? They try to develop some interest in a clinical research, because if you are having interest in a clinical research, then you will be able to find your career, figure it out your career in a better way, right? Find ways to prevent, diagnose. Prevent means your vaccines. Diagnose, test to diagnose the disease, that is it a TB, is it a COVID, and the final action is treat more effectively. Then we have to see is the safe and it's working well, that is effectiveness. So these two words, even after 10-15 years of experience, they will, if you are working in a clinical research, you will face these questions every day. A lot of your decisions will be based on this. Even our new GCP, which has been revised, they are bringing their focus main on patient, or rather say research participants. When they are bringing their focus here, that means safety. So these are the questions you are going to face every day. Then in goal of clinical research, to find new drugs, treatment that are safer, more effective, faster also. Scientific analysis of impact, risk and benefit. Basically, you see the benefit is more than your risk. How you see once the product is in the market, you have a full field pharmacovigilance. The whole goal of pharmacovigilance is they help us to see if the benefits are always more than a risk. So the analysis. So what happens in a clinical research if you try to understand as a fresher? So clinical research has two parts. I also wanted to show you, which is related to your jobs as well. One is patient facing. If you are having my yellow book, then this is also explained there. Patient facing, that means where research is happening. Where research happens? Hospitals. Those are role patient facing. And another are sporting roles. Those are in CROs and pharma. Team of sporting roles is always bigger. Hospital, you see the investigator, CRC, ethics committee coordinator, CTA, and few more roles. Nurse, pharmacist, but here you see all the roles. Medical writers, SAS programmers, CRA, monitoring division, regulatory team, all are in a sporting roles. Only where hospital is also known as a site. Only the roles, those are in hospital, where actually research is happening, they are patient facing roles. Rest are not. Even your auditors, they are also in a sporting roles. So human participants are recruited in a particular study based on the admission criteria. Suppose it is a phase 1 study, that means you will be taking healthy people. So based on the criteria, they recruit. So research participants, they are always fully informed that you will be given a drug and this is a research. Then team of doctors, nurses and other research team, they check the health of research participants, they give them specific instruction, they monitor the progress of a patient in a clinical trial, they collect relevant data, very important. Then this SAS team, and they analyze the data, then they report the result and share the conclusion. This is in a crux what clinical research is. Suppose there is a patient, Rahul. I'm just giving you one example. He joined clinical trial phase 1. He's a healthy person, he joined clinical trial. Then he will be visiting site. Let's take example, if it is a vaccine trial, at least 5 to 6 times he will visit the clinic, that is your hospital. Then here doctor will take the data. Or this Rahul, he will be reporting a data. Then after 2 years, trial closed. This all happened at a site. Now the sporting role CRA, he will be doing a monitoring. Auditors, they will be doing the auditors. Now this data which is generated from a clinical trial, SAS programming team will be analyzing it. Then medical writing team will be writing a report and they will be submitting to the regulatory body. So just giving you an idea, just taking a little pause if you are able to understand that what happens in a clinical trial. Is it clear? let me see. I have to stop. Okay, okay, Fatima. Okay, Sabah. Let me go back. Huh? Here we are. So now clinical research is either done on the patient or a healthy people. Healthy mostly phase one. Hmm? But phase one also exceptions. Suppose the trial is in HIV trial, oncology trial, then you will be recruiting the actual patient. So now I tell you one thing, it is good as per new GCP if you can use a term participants instead of saying patient, healthy volunteer, say participant. This is as per our new revision E6R3, which came this year. So use the term of participant. Subject, don't use. Use this. This is more respectful, right? Now, this is high level on a clinical trial phases. You will learn definitely lot in detail because there will be a dedicated session on a drug discovery, right? So don't you worry. This is just a overview. Even before your phase one, there is always a lab, then animal studies. Even before phase one. But then you file the IND application, investigational new drug. There will be a session on investigational new drug as well. So immediately after preclinical, you follow this. Then you can start with phase one. That means first in human. Remember this term, first in human. Here, what we checked, safety. Phase one is just to check the safety. Is this drug safe? Is this drug safe? And sometimes you need to check that dose is safe. PKPD, pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics. If you are not a pharmacy student, all my pharmacy students, they already know what is pharmacodynamics, what is pharmacokinetics, what is Cmax, Tmax, AUC, half-life, all you know that. But suppose you are life sciences student, please go to Google and study PKPD. It won't take much time, but it's a worth. So because in clinical research, you will encounter this term every other day. What is second thing you need to learn, even a pharmacy student? Introductory stat. You need to understand what p-value means. You need not calculate, just you need to having basic understanding of a statistics. Phase two, they are known as an exploratory trial. They test effectiveness, they evaluate safety. Here is dose is mostly decided. Dose escalation studies, like first they give 5 mg, then 10, then they 15, then they say which one working better. That's the kind of testing is done. Phase two. And phase one mostly healthy. Phase two is the first trial where you can take a patient living with disease. Phase three is confirmatory. Please remember these words: first in human, exploratory, confirmatory, right? So here you determine the effectiveness, number of people, participants. They are, see, I'm also started using the participant term. They are much more. Then if this is successful, then you file the NDA application. Then after this, you can enter into pharmacovigilance phase 4 studies, because you have to collect the additional data after approval to see the risk benefit profile. So these studies are done, also known as real world studies, very popular these days, altogether career in itself. So post-marketing surveillance, because now the drug is in the market, lot many people are taking, mostly these are also known as observational studies. So this is how the journey of a clinical trial is. Now, Medical writing, I will explain you later because otherwise we will get confused on it. Now, guidelines in clinical research. Today's session is also, I'm trying to give you an idea. Sometimes students ask that I'm having interview, what I should study. This is what you need to know before interview. Guidelines are GCP, good clinical practices, also known as a E6 guideline. What this is, first, right, protect the right, safety, well-being of subject. These three words you should remember all the time. To protect the right, safety, and well-being of subject. That means ethics. And second, they need to ensure that data is credible and integrity. There is an integrity in data. That means there is no falsification, no manipulation in the data. So ethics, so that means this will quality. Credible data and integrity is there. That means you have reported the correct values. You have not modified. You have not done the falsification. So guideline which you should know for a clinical trial is GCP, along with our regulation. Like in India, we have a DCG, so under CDSCO, basically new drug rules 2019. Also, you need to know high-level international guideline, FDA, EU CITES. These are the minimum requirements, right? Now, who are important people in a clinical research? Again, if you are having interview, you should know about these things. Sponsor, that means you should know the responsibility of a sponsor, end to end. Of a clinical trial is a responsibility of a sponsor. We will learn in GCP, responsibility of a sponsor. Regulatory body like DCGI, FDA, what is their responsibility? Because they are going to give you approval. They are the one who, they will give you license to sell the drug in the market. CRO, contract research organizations. This is a place you will get lot of jobs. So today, after this class, take a help of a Google, take a help of ChatGPT to find what are the different job roles you can get in a CRO and entry level. Or make a list of 100 CROs in India. Okay, investigator, who is the in charge of a site. Again, in GCP, we will study the responsibility of an investigator. Ethics committee, they take care of ethics. Study participants, volunteers, these are the important stakeholders in a clinical research. So these, I am not going too deep into this. This is just like number of opportunities available after your graduation degree. I try to cover B Pharma or M Pharma, D Pharma, right? So you can work in the hospital sites because that is the place where lot many your opportunities are there. Research and development, drug discovery, formulation, contract research organization. I have already made it yellow. There's not many opportunities, especially if you are seeing with respect to clinical trial. Academics, these days, few people are interested, right? Not many, but if you are. Academics, I don't recommend you go and become a lecturer or for short duration. If you want, you can. But if you want to go to academics, do your PhD, go into a research, right? Quality assurance, quality control, product GMP, because all the manufacturing plant of pharma, wherever they hire people. Chemist or pharmacist in the hospital, short term, not for long term, short duration. Regulatory affairs, government jobs. Again, I will say that if you get opportunity outside, take it. But short duration, if you want to do these jobs, you can do. Pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, even other like nuclear pharmacy, pharmacotherapy, forensic pharmacy, armed forces. Yeah, there was one lady I was knowing her. She was pharmacist in army and she became colonel. And once she left that job, she joined contract research organization at a very good position. So these are the high level. I will give you details also, the job roles. Right? So different job roles in a clinical research. You can also be an investigator. Mostly doctors like MBBS, not even MBBS, MD. India, that is a trend. But even if you are a PhD, you can be a investigator. But the say is that you should be having a physician on board. You should be having other doctors in your team who can take a medical decision. Project coordinator or clinical research coordinator, project manager. If it is a beginner level, associate, medical monitor, even pharmacy student, they can also be a medical monitor, clinical trial assistant, clinical research associate, medical writer, phlebotomist. This is maybe more a role of lab technician because you should be having a skill to take a blood. Pharmacist, nurse, again for nurse qualification itself. Bioanalysis, quality assurance, regulatory affairs, CDM, biostat, pharmacovigilance. Biostat also, you should be having some certification in a SAS programming or some additional or MSc in a statics. That should be the qualification. Now I have divided these roles also. Like clinical operations, mostly available in a CRO. Except this is at site. So if you are living in any city, just go to a major hospital in your area, give them your CV that take me as an intern as a CRC. Try to get a hands on the research projects. Go there, there's no harm. Help them in the enrollment. Say that I voluntarily help you. And then you can also add that experience into your CV. Because why I'm saying go to a local hospital, for CRC and this for enrollment specialist job roles, language is important. You should be having understanding of a local language. Not only, and like when I started working in WHO in Delhi, I was knowing Hindi, but still I was not considered local because my accent. So that's why I'm saying that try these jobs, try to add experience in your CV. Clinical research associate, even as a trainee, also they are hiring like 6 months, 8 months. Study startup associate. Again, at site also this role is available. In-house CRA, project assistant, trial assistant, even TMF specialist, trial master file specialist. See, these many roles are, this is almost here, available in just clinical operations. Today, try to do homework, go to Naukri, go to a LinkedIn, try to see the job description of these roles. Medical writing, junior medical writer, associate medical writer. These roles, language may be different. Sometimes associate only. It will be written as an associate only. Quality control associate. So in a medical writing, when you go for any job, sometimes they don't give you a writing work in the beginning. They say we can hire you as a quality control associate. Don't say no. Because in a writing, you will be working on one document for a long. When you are a quality control associate, you will be given a 5 to 6 document to review and to perform the data verification. So your learning will be much better. Publication writer, publication, or also this is also scientific writer. Another thing is, suppose you have done a medical writing course, example, and you got an opportunity here in operations. Don't hesitate. take it. Initially, taking your first job is more important. CDM, because a lot of data is generated in a clinical research. How you process this data? CDM. Mostly people who are more inclined in IT, they love these roles. Data entry associate. It's not like your other data entry type jobs. No, 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 don't confuse it. It's a very good job. Clinical data coordinator, clinical data associate, CDM trainee, CDM reviewer, equivalent to quality control. Suppose someone has done the data entry, you will be reviewing it. Database port analyst. Now regulatory affairs, because you are filing INDA, NDA, CTA, these type of applications, right? Who prepared these dossiers? Regulatory affairs. And suppose DCCI sent a query. Who answered those queries? Who is updating the documents on a regulatory basis? It is your regulatory affairs. Regulatory affairs associate, regulatory submission coordinator, dossier preparation assistant, labeling associate, CMC document coordinator. These are the roles those are available at the beginning. Now, this is quite a popular field, but this is also a place where little saturation also started happening. So that's why I'm saying that try to see to other roles. Drug safety associate, pharmacovigilance associate, PV case processor, ICSR associate, medical reviewer, aggregate report assistant, signal detection, even a narrative writer. This is an overlapping role between medical writing and PV. Now, there are another fields also, real world studies. HEORS, also known as. So try to go there instead of just thinking that I wanted to be in a pharmacovigilance. Try to go in my field, clinical trial transparency. It is a new field. N number of opportunity, clinical trial transparency associate, redaction specialist, anonymization specialist, layperson summary writer. So keep on evolving as the world is evolving. Any question till now? We can take a small pause to understand if there are questions. Is there any question? Then we are moving to medical writing. Okay, it means everything is clear. So let me see. I'm sharing slides again. Just give me a moment, huh? Now, what is medical writing? So, I now give you one example so that you can relate it. We say that medical writing is one of function in a clinical research. That's clear. Suppose take an example of phase 1 study, because we have taken phase 1, right? What are the different stages of a clinical trial? One is planning, feed execution, then close out. That a journey of a clinical trial. Here, planning, we need a document like a protocol, like a IV, like a SOP, like a ICF, giving you few examples. What are the other documents? Even clinical trial transparency document. You will be also needing patient material that you want to give them. All you need. Who prepared these documents? Medical writer. Correct? So these investigative brochure, SOP, CTT document, ICA, patient material, they are all prepared by medical writers. First document they prepare is this protocol because this and IV, they are more important. Then when your trial is on, execution means trial is ongoing. There may be revision is needed in a protocol. That means there is an amendment. ICF revision is needed. Who will be doing? Medical writer. Once study is complete, you have to prepare report which is known as a CSR, clinical study report. Who will be preparing this? Medical writer. You also have to write a paper, manuscripts. Medical writer will be writing. And there is a big opportunity because we determine the safety in a clinical trial. How safety is determined with the number of adverse event or serious adverse event. In one serious adverse event in one clinical trial, sometimes this number may be 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. That means big number. For each adverse event or serious adverse event, you have to write a narrative which goes in a CSR. Just imagine you have to write 1,000 narratives, 1,500 narratives. That means lot of team members are required. And this narrative is simplest document. That's why many pharma and CROs, they have a narrative writing teams, medical writing under a medical writing, and they mostly hire fresh. So narrative writing is a one thing which you should learn as early as you can. And with this, you can also apply in a PV. Correct? So medical writing is, it is established function of a pharma, and it is one of the strongest pillar in a clinical research. Medical writing is a developing a clear and accurate document which can speed up the drug discovery process. Just imagine if you have not written CSR in an accurate way, your whole effort for 2 years is waste. So medical writing is a very important function. Now, clinical trial transparency. I think we will be having a session also on this. I don't know, but Dr. Ajit knows. So this is a niche under medical writing. So now the government rules say you should also post your information publicly on the registers like clinicaltrial.gov, CTRI. So transparency team, they prepare summaries of protocol and result. And it is not that easy. Now every pharma company, they are setting up a CTT team because number of people needed in this function, they are more. So in medical writing, it's always writing a clear, concise, credible, complete information. And this field is growing at a 9%, even more than that rate. Do your research today. Read some article. Medical writing is conveying medical information to healthcare community, regulatory body, and common public. So for whom we medical writer write? So the important here is we have to focus on the facts. It is an evidence-based field. In medical writing, we present evidence. We communicate the facts. It is not like your content writing or your other writing. And even for this competent level of English is okay. You need not to have a very strong hand on English because you're always having a template and you're always using a simpler language. Our target audience is you are writing for a regulatory agencies like CSR. Regulatory body is going to read it, like even your protocol. That means factually it should be very, very correct. Ethics committee, they have to check the ethics, right, safety, well-being of a patient. Internal stakeholder, doctors, see patient, layperson summaries. Layperson summary is that is written in a easy language. Take an example. Suppose you are saying placebo. If I'm writing CSR protocol, it's okay, 200% okay. But when I'm writing for a patient, I need to break it down. I will be explaining it what placebo it is. Maybe I will be saying is placebo is a copycat drug. It looks like a drug but doesn't have a medicine in it. So you have to explain it. You also write document for a common public. So this is the reason we are having a CTT function, clinical trial transparency. You are posting information on a public web pages so that anyone or everyone can read it and can understand it. So these are different type of a medical writing. I'm just taking a small pause. You can read it. Okay. So we have a writing. Regulatory writing means that document we submit to the regulatory body, like your DCGI, FDA, EVA. Scientific, that is your manuscript. Educational, we generate a document. They are more educating healthcare experts. Say once the drug is in the market, so you will be preparing monograms, brochures, slides, training material to train the healthcare community that this is a new drug, how it is working, what are its benefits, what are its side effects. So you prepare the material creatively. Commercial, promotional material. Have you seen something ads on a TV? Maybe you have seen Amitabh Bachchan giving an ad of a polio, another shingle virus vaccine, HPV. You know, not many. So they are also prepared. The script is prepared by medical writers. It's not that easy. Then that script is prepared, reviewed by many people. After that, only you will be seeing in a TV. You also see the billboards, right? So commercial, that is also done by the medical writers. So in a regulatory writing, you see that, you know, what are the different document medical, because regulatory writing is main, the whole soul of a writing. So in the journey of your phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, what are the different document you write? So before phase 1, these are the documents that you write. Disease burden, because before you start doing some research, you also need to understand how much is disease burdening of common public, because if the burden is a lot, then only they plan a clinical trials, right? So disease burden, literature review, comparative treatment analysis. You compare the treatment with already available treatments. It's kind of a cheat sheet. What are their benefits? What are your benefit? Non-clinical study reports, because you have done animal study. You have to prepare the reports of those. Overviews and summaries of preclinical study, all done by medical writers. But this is before phase 1. But during phase 1 and phase 3, what are the different documents you prepare? Protocols and amendments. What is protocol? Protocol is a plan of your study, informed consent form. These two documents, they are prepared together. Because in informed consent form, lot of information come from protocol. Patient information leaflet, investigator brochure, clinical overviews and summaries, clinical study reports, safety narratives, or also known as patient safety narratives. Lay summaries here also now you prepare. So these are the documents that you work on in a medical writing. Okay, now you have launched the drug. It's in the market. Very good news. Here also you prepare a lot other stuff. Publications, manuscripts, conference material, training material, product monogram. So last one is more on a commercial side. Training and conference material is more on your scientific writing side or educational writing, right? So then product is in the market. So this is the minimum examples on a high level. I'm just trying to give you that what are the different document a medical writer work on. Hope it's not getting bored. Let me see if there's a question. Okay. So this is also, I just wanted to give you idea of scientific method when we apply in a clinical trial. So you are about to write a protocol. So how you kickstart? We first define the purpose of a clinical trial. Pharma company too. We will give you detail in a drug discovery class. Then once your question is defined, so you wanted to find a vaccine for a COVID. That is our goal, because this is already happened and most of you have heard in news. So that's why I'm giving you this example. Then you start writing a protocol. Then based on this protocol, you do the trial. Then data is analyzed based on the bias, descriptive statics, test of hypothesis, mostly SAS programming. Then you publish the result. You write the CSR, you also write the manuscripts. So here at the beginning, medical writing, at the end, medical writing work is more. During trial, clinical operation like CRC, CRA, CDM, data management team, their work is more. Here, SAS programmers work is much more. And here also medical writer at the end, medical writing team has to work more. CRA and CRC, their work is little less. So what are the different job roles? We have already studied, but little more into this. Medical writer, primary role, we know that, if you are responsible to write. So no other way to describe this role. This is a primary role. You are responsible to develop accurate and clear documents. And other roles, reviewer. So now reviewer is not same as a QC specialist. Suppose you have worked on a CSR. Now CSR will be having lot of data. QCR will check that throughout CSR data is correct. With respect to source document, that's the job of QCR. And he will also check the formatting, editing, everything. But reviewer will check that the writer has presented the right story or not. They will check the scientific accuracy, logical flow of the document. Correct? So this is entry level job. QC specialist. Reviewer is experienced. Once you have worked like 3 to 5 years as a medical writer, then only you can become a reviewer. Just know, difference between different job roles. Mostly what happens in a medical writing is, you sometimes when you enter in a medical writing, they hire you as intern, then you become a QC specialist, then medical writer, then a reviewer. While you are reviewer, you become senior medical writer. Your job role will be like more senior medical writer or a consultant. Here, the package, the moment you reach 4 to 5 years of experience in a medical writing, your package will be lot better, more than 15 lakh. Even a medical writers within 1 or 2 years of experience, if you are good, you reach easily 6 to 7 lakh. So growth in a medical writing, what I have seen is a fabulous, miraculous growth. But the only thing is, you should be good in your work. There is no shortcut for that. So even if you wanted to prepare yourself, start today. Start writing something on a LinkedIn. Start writing and your diary about anything. Then you can, if you are interested in people management, you can become a team lead, then project manager. But what I have seen, with a good medical writer, they don't go here. They more become senior medical writer, then principal medical writer, then expert medical writer, because they know till the time they are good with the content, till the time they're good in technical, they are going to get very good page. So the another thing here is, once you are having the experience, you can also work as a freelance. Correct? I know many medical writers, they are working as a freelancers. Medical writing is also a field where work from home opportunities are also good. You can get somewhere you can get the work from home opportunity. So medical writing is a different from other form of writing. I just wanted to share with you. I just wanted to take fear from you. How it is a different. We always work with a template. Even today, you can go and download the protocol template. Template means predefined. Like you go to a bank, you already know where I have to write a name, where I have to fill a date, where I have to fill the amount. So that means you need not to work from a plain piece. You are not working on a plain piece of paper. You're always having something to start. And these days, because of AI, we are also using lot many tools. I have few slides on AI also. Capture information on the source document. You are always having source document, from where you can copy the information. Multiple team member. It's not only you are working on writing full protocol. No, you have a scientist. Your job is a coordination. You also having a physician. You also having a regulatory specialist. When it comes to sample size, you have a statistician support. So you are having full team with you. It's not only you who is writing a document. Plus your team member QCR, peer reviewer. So you have a support. And even standardized language. For a language also, you need not to worry. There will be always language like number of side effects experienced by people. So you have to write in this way all the time. Now training, on a training, you can read about journals, you can subscribe online newsletter, because learning is a big part of our medical writing. Develop understanding of basic stats, get familiar with style guide, medical dictionaries, keep on reading about regulatory guidelines, soft skills, MS Team, PowerPoint, Acrobat, even AI these days. Formal, you can take some training, you are already doing. This you already have. We are so good in India. We are already, all of us, having a basic good degree with us, and you can take yourself some course. AI in a medical writing, where we are taking a sport of AI, because this is unavoidable. So try to use chat GPT every day, or other, there are not many free tools. Even if you see this are biggest name is not coming, I'm not able to recall, but I will recall. Everything is coming with AI assistance. So where AI tools are helping us, automating documents, creating a text library. So you need not to think that what sentence I have to make. You have to focus on a scientific piece. So these are the 5 steps. Identify and analyze the structure of the word, checking the grammar, arranging the word meaningfully, drawing exact dictionary meaning to give us the good meaning. That's all AI is helping us. The last is relating this meaning, the sentence with the sentences just before it. Basically reinterpretation. So these are the things where AI is helping us. Now, when you will be working in any company, it is already having AI embedded. For a grammar, sentence structure, it will automatically give you alert that it's not correct, it's correct. Okay, so we will, these are the few sources I have given you. This is PubMed Assistant. You can open a PubMed today and you will be amazed to see it is coming with AI assistant. ChatGPT, I think now is 5 is there. Science Note, Grammarly. I can't count the number of AI tools. Grammarly is there, VoicePal is there. You can just voice it, it will write for you. And more important, all the pharma company, they are having their in-house tools. If someone asks you that you are working on an important piece of research article, can you take help of ChatGPT? What will be your answer? Say no. ChatGPT is an open source where confidential information can get leaked, right? Even for you also, I'm telling, don't put your important information in ChatGPT. So that is the reason most of the pharma companies, they are having in-house tools. They just look like ChatGPT. The only thing is they are controlled. They are in control that information is not getting leaked. Commercial is that where you have to pay. There is lot many, like don't you can do your own research. Auto writer is also there, but for you as a student, you just starting your journey, it is your first baby step. You can take a help of ChatGPT to write your LinkedIn post, to interpret data, because once you master these free open sources, tomorrow you are going in some organization, you are using their tool, you won't hesitate, right? So that's all. Now we can discuss happily our questions. Okay, I will. I think there will be some example, additional slide. This is kind of an example of a forces. How can you develop skill to become a good medical writer? So we have to work on clean, clear, correct, and credible. So in general, when you read, you will see that I think, according to me, this is working well. However, maybe there is a changes in a future. This type of writing is not correct in when it comes to medical writing. Medical writing, you have to be correct. You have to be credible. Credible means, and you are, that means trustworthy information. See this example. Drug X showed 90% of efficacy in phase 3 clinical trial. So this is information is credible. We are presenting data. This is now when you sample will be doing a QC, they will checking some source, how they have calculated the 90%. Is it 90 out of 100% subject? How it is? How it is coming 90%? That means credible. Drug X clear, showing efficacy in phase 3 trial. So straightforward with data. Active sentence. That is your clean, clear, correct, and credible. It should not be like that. This is the best drug. This is more efficient. How can you say this? There is data. And you can't use complicated English. Because idea of medical writing is to share scientific information. I hope it is clear. So thank you for checking for that. Okay, thank you. Any other question? I think, let me see the slide if I'm having some more. What are the best qualities of medical writing? Understanding the client requirement, because if you are working with some CR, contract research organization, because mostly work is given to them by pharma company. And in contract research organization, it is always easy to get a job. And once you have experience, you can move to pharma. How to collect source document, clear communication, working with team. Alone working is not important. Are you able to get along with your team? Then good. Drafting the quality document. You have to focus. Focus is a very good skill. Sorry, I missed one. Focus is a very good skill if you wanted to be a medical writing, and second is a reading. You have to read a lot. In CRO group, in CRO, what happens? So, as I showed you, pharma, suppose they have outsourced their medical writing work to CRO. Now, CRO, they will be writing protocol, narratives, CSR, ICF, everything, basically everything for this particular pharma. So medical writing role will be medical writer, QC specialist, peer reviewer, team lead, project manager, all will be here. So the slide that I have shown you, where it is? Oh, taking so long. Oh, here it is. These are the typical job roles that you will find in pharma company as well as in contract research organizations. Good, good. I like when you ask question. It really helps me as well. Thank you. Dhruv, is it clear? Or we need to discuss more? Thank you so much. So today I will also ask you, after this is your first class, if I may ask, for all your medical writing group. Is it your first class? Yes, yes. Okay, got it. Well. So, technical is learning technical is one thing, correct? Getting a job is another thing. I am saying you, requesting you that try to see the profile of other medical writers on a LinkedIn and go to Naukri other other job portals. Try to see what is the job profile of medical writers. Also go to these. Today I am not able to show you these. There is a associations: American Medical Writing Association, European Medical Writing Association. European Medical Writing Association. Go to their page. Sometimes they also organize free trainings, free workshop. Join as many as free workshop you can join. They also give you sometimes booklets, free, totally free. European Medical Writing Association, I'm telling you. So try to do this much of homework. All the very best. Take care. We will meet again in some other session. Wish you a good Sunday. Thank you everyone. For introductory, I forget. For wait for there. For initial introduction, you can also basic knowledge. You can also visit my YouTube channel. Shall I give you link? Wait. I don't have a link. Right. Just give me a moment, huh? मैं slow हूँ. It is just for additional knowledge. You can check here. I can see. Just 1 minute. Here I go. Copy and paste. Okay, what you can do is you can also watch your GCV sessions or a mock interview, questions asked during interview, basic stuff you can see for your understanding. Here it is. Okay, guys, I shared with you all in a chat box. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.